Hey guys, what's going on? Cameron here with the Lawn Care Life in Mowssouri. I appreciate you stopping by the channel. If you're new to the channel, hey, thanks a lot. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the videos. If you want to see more content, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified when future videos come out. If you're returning to the channel and you've been here before, you guys know me. You guys know what the channel is all about. I appreciate the continued support, but enough talking, man. Let's dive right in to today's video. So we are headed into the backwoods of Mowssouri today. Got a route that I take care of. It's about 30 miles away, and man, it's in the backwoods down some long gravel roads. So we won't be taking the box truck. Have some rough areas, some low limbs, and just some washed out areas that you really can't even get the box truck in. So we'll be taking the pickup truck and the new car hauler trailer. I don't know, I haven't even shown you guys the new trailer, but that's what we'll be taking today. Gonna have the Ventrac 4500K and the wide area mower on there. I'm gonna be running by myself today, so I've got that 95-inch mowing deck to really get out there and knock out the big lawn really fast. So that's the game plan. Then I'm gonna take the Ferris Z3X out of here. Gonna get that loaded up on the trailer as well. Grab my trimmer, my blower out of the box truck, put it in the pickup truck, and then we're gonna get out on the road. Got to get some gas before we get there, but we'll fuel up and then we'll head out on the road and see what we can get done today. But we've had a lot of rain here lately. It's still pretty wet. We had like 4 inches in 2 days. Just a few days ago, and then we had another 1.25 inches yesterday. So it's been wet. Of course, it's like 70 degrees here, fall time, so nothing's gonna dry up real quick. But the lawns that I'm gonna be taking care of today, for the most part, they're in a really hilly and rocky area, so water shouldn't be an issue. The ground should be nice and dry, but taking the Ventrac out, so it's gonna sneak over there. Sneak over the lawn a little bit easier than a zero turn, so hopefully we won't get stuck. But that's what the game plan is for today, so follow along and stay tuned, and we'll see what we get into. Gas prices have been going up, so let's see how much it is today here at the pump. Sign says $2.99. Let's see if that's accurate. Looks like my strap came loose over here. Have to get that fixed. But we got $2.99 up to $3.59. Diesel's $3.09, so it's not too bad, but man, when you get in that box truck and you're getting 8-9 miles per gallon, it really makes a difference on the fuel prices. So once I strap that, or tighten that strap back down, put it in a different spot, I noticed that the tires on the wide area mower deck, they looked a little low, so I had to air up the tires. I went to the shop, aired up the tires. Now I'm back out on the road. It's always something, man, and you're like, you get ready to go, especially if it's not like your normal setup. I typically don't run this setup every day. I run the box truck every day, so switching everything over and just getting everything strapped down, it's all just a little different because I'm new to the whole Ventrac setup, but getting used to it. There's always 1 or 2 things it seems like when you roll out that you have to adjust or have to do, or you know, I left out at 7 o'clock this morning. It's like 9 o'clock now, and I'm not even on my first job. But that's just how it goes with the lawn care life, man. It's a low tire. It's a, you know, it's blades that need sharpened, or it's always something. But if you guys are wondering what life is like here in Mowssouri, I'm just gonna show you. Switch this camera around real quick, but like I said, we've had, some places have had 8 inches of rain in the last 3 or 4 days. So we've gotten a lot of rain. It's been the last 4 seasons. I mean, they have been extremely wet. And look at this. More rain. It's just coming on down, a little shower. It's gonna get the equipment a little damp, but more rain coming on down. So that's the name of the game here in Mowssouri. It's always damp, it's always wet, and it hasn't always been like this, but for the last at least 4 or 5 years, the seasons have been really wet, and it's really kind of challenging to get in there and take care of your lawns throughout the season. So, you know, when we first started out mowing, we took on everything that came our way, whether it was weekly lawn, every 10 days, every 2 weeks. We still try to help people out. You know, right now, I've been doing this for 19 years, been in the lawn care business for 19 years. And so over the years, you meet a lot of people, they have friends or they have family, and I'm always trying to help people out, whether it's somebody just needing their lawn cut just one time, or whether they're needing their lawn cut, you know, every 2 weeks or so. Maybe they don't have the money or whatever the case may be, but it takes a toll on you, man. It takes a toll on you. You know, going every which direction trying to help people out. So if you guys are thinking about starting a lawn care business, the one thing that I would just encourage you guys to do is come up with a goal, come up with a game plan, stick to it. Stick to it. If you want to be extremely profitable and efficient, stick to that game plan. So for me, it's weekly lawns, and like I said, I've kind of strayed away from that at times to help people out, but you always want to get back onto what really makes you money and really allows you to be efficient, especially if you're a small operation like I am. I usually have one guy helping me full-time in the busy season and full-time in the leaf season, but right now I'm running solo because just don't have any help. But that's another story. But anyways, you know, if you're running solo, you got to be extremely efficient to be profitable. If you have multiple crews, you can kind of get away with, you know, taking on some jobs that you probably wouldn't, just to keep your guys busy and just to generate some revenue and make enough for payroll. But if you're solo, man, it's just a whole nother ball game. You only have so many hours in a day. You have to be very efficient, and you have to make sure you're making what you need to make at the end of the day. So looking at 2022, I'm looking at doing weekly only, just because the seasons have been so wet. You know, those every 2 week mowings turn into every 3 week mowings because of the you know, because there's so much rain. Got something over here in the road, I don't know. All these turkey buzzards. Well, that one might fly. I thought we were gonna end up with a turkey buzzard on the Ventrac, but it flew away. But yeah, anyways, since it's been so rainy and so nasty and the weather's been so bad, you know, those every 10-day lawns turn into 2 week lawns. Those 2 week lawns turn into 3 week lawns. Then before you know it, you're in a vicious cycle of just trying to play catch up. And I feel like whenever I had some help during the season, everything was running pretty smooth. But once you get into a rhythm, you go from 2 guys down to 1 guy, everything changes. And so it's really been a struggle towards the end of the season for me, just trying to keep all the work caught up and keep everybody's lawn mowed. So 2022, if I could give you any advice at all, if you're in the lawn care or landscaping business, and that would be, if it's gonna be repeat visits like lawn care is, mowing, then stick to a schedule and don't deviate from that. That's my advice anyways. But we're on the road here, heading to the first property. It's about 30 minutes away, so we'll have a lot of windshield time and a lot of time to think about the business or think about what needs to be done the rest of the week, or think about if it's wonder if it's gonna stop raining on me. It's coming down pretty good right now, so this could be interesting. But we're gonna make a go at it. We're gonna see if we can get something done, man. I'm telling you, this week's been rough. I worked Monday and a little bit Tuesday. Other than that, it's just been doing this. Rain, rain, and more rain. Man, this dude needs a Ventrac. Every time I see a highway worker or county worker on a tractor with a big bush hog on the back, I always cringe. I'm like, man, because 9 times out of 10 they're on a hillside, they're on the embankment by the highway. I'm like, you guys are just pushing your luck out here, because those tractors and bush hogs, they're not made to go on those slopes or those inclines like that. I mean, we had the big tractors at the farm, and it's nice and flat down there. They're pulling implements, and that's where a tractor excels at, you know, in the field. Not on these banks and slopes and these areas by the highway. Need a Ventrac for that, man. But I don't know. I guess they haven't caught on yet. They're still old school, using the tractor and bush hog and risking their life out there trying to knock down some tall grass. It's still raining. Still coming on down. But that's not gonna stop us, man. I'm hoping that it didn't rain much over here. And that's the tricky part. When you're mowing out of town like this, 30 miles away, you gotta keep an eye on the radar and make sure they didn't get a few inches of rain before you get over there. I typically don't mow whenever it's rainy and nasty like this, but I have to knock this job out. I have a guy, it's kind of his vacation home over here. He's gonna have some company coming over for the weekend and hanging out there, so I'm gonna knock it out, get it cleaned up for him. But it's a very rocky lawn that stays really dusty and dry and doesn't grow a whole lot. But I haven't been over here in a few weeks. I think it's been like a month since I've been over here, because he doesn't live over here and he just comes over here occasionally. So this is one of those occasions. He's gonna have some family in over there, so I'm gonna knock it down for him, get it looking a little better. But it's gonna be challenging. It's definitely gonna be challenging with the weather, but we're used to it here in Mowssouri. Used to all the rain by now. We have arrived. So just pulling into this property. I'll let you guys check it out real quick. And it's still raining. So here we go. This is why I brought the 95-inch wide area mower in the Ventrac, because we got about 7 acres that we mow out here. It's a whole lot to mow. It's very rocky and solid ground, so won't have any issues with leaving tracks or making a mess on this lawn. A lot of our lawns that we do mow, if it's raining like this, you're definitely not gonna get a mower out in it. But this is very, very rocky and hilly area, so it'll be good. I'm gonna show you guys, looking at all these trees right now, I'm gonna show you guys, this is one of our biggest leaf cleanup jobs that we do. And for a long time, we used the Toro mowers. We had the JR Co plow on the front. Back then, it was the Red Max 8500 blowers. That was the most powerful blowers out. But all these leaves, and you can't even imagine till you're out here. I have some older videos of this particular job, but there's so many leaves out here. Look at this. All these old, mature trees right in front of the house here. And so there's so many leaves out here. A couple of trees that were right over here in this area on the corner, they have fell over the years. So it's like 3 trees that have fell. So a few less leaves, but it's still a whole lot. And it wraps around all the way by that shed, all the way back over here behind the house. So when leaf cleanup season gets here, I take my mower and we'll blow the leaves over here in a pile. Then we'll take the JR Co and the Toro mowers and push the leaves over there into the woods. But we've actually done this job the day before Christmas. So I remember one year we came out here. It was the day before Christmas. The temperature was in the teens. The leaves were actually frozen to the ground. And I remember the guy that was with me, helping me that year. He had a big mustache. And every time I went over to him, his mustache was just frozen. And it was like, man, are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna make it? You gonna survive out here? I mean, the temperature, it was in the, probably the, I don't know, it was in the teens that year, but it was cold. And the leaves were frozen to the ground, but we kicked those leaves up and pushed them over there into the woods. You can literally spend a whole day out here just cleaning up leaves. There's already leaves actually falling right now. It's pretty early, 1st of October. Leaves are already falling. So you can just imagine what this driveway is going to look like here in about 3 more weeks. Just a lot of trees out here. A lot of real big mature trees. But anyways, I've got to get this mower unstrapped. Got the Ventrac ready to roll. And we're going to get out here. And we're going to make this look a little nicer. So this is what we'll be using today. The Ventrac 4500K. So far it's been a really awesome machine. I'm like blown away with just the capability of it. And then you got the 95-inch cut right there with the wide area mower. We're going to be mowing all of that right there. And I have the Ferris on here strapped on the front of the trailer. Now I have the Ferris on there because the job after this one, it's a little bit more, it's just a little trickier. There's some areas, tight areas that I have to get into, so I'll be using the wide area mower on this lawn. And then the next lawn, I'll be using the standard. But I'm gonna set this camera up. You guys can watch me work. How's that sound? All right, guys, so I'm out here mowing on this huge property. Got the 95-inch Wham mower on the Ventrac 4500K. And I pick up my phone for a second because I see that I have a email notification, and I open it up and check this out. So it says Ventrac left a review for Grassmaster Lawn Service. So it says Ventrac Tractors. Cameron is a real pro. Give him a call. Hey, Ventrac, man, I appreciate it. And I appreciate the Ventrac tractor, man. I appreciate, you know, you creating a product that allows us, lawn care, landscape guys that are out in the field every single day, using your equipment to make a living, man. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate all the thought that has gone into designing and making this equipment so we can really get to that pro level as a contractor and as a lawn care or landscape and business owner, because that's ultimately what we want to do for our customers. They have a lot of needs. As you can see out here, they got a lot of grass to cut, but there's other needs that are, you know, also important as well. You know, you can put different attachments on this thing. The power rake, it's been a huge, you know, it's been a huge attachment that has allowed me to take my business to the pro level and offer some different services that I wouldn't otherwise offer to the area. And also the tough cut, man, it's allowed me to get into places like this right here and slick it down and make it really nice. But Ventrac, thanks again. I appreciate the review, and I appreciate you guys going to all the trouble that you do for, you know, creating a product that that will stand and last and hold up, and you know, creating a product that allows us to get to that pro level. So appreciate it, guys. So as you can see, this area over here, it's been mowed, but we got to go way over there on the other side of the driveway, and we got to mow that section over there. So I'm going to start the Ventrac up. We're going to head that way, and we're going to knock out that little section up by the road. So I don't know about you guys, but do you guys have any of those properties that you really like to maintain? Like, you know, this one, it's just nice. It's out in the open. It's peaceful and it's calm out here. There's no one out here. I can just come out here, get it knocked out, and yeah, just kick back and relax. So maybe you guys have a similar lawn. Maybe you guys have a lawn that you really like to mow. This is one of them. And that's not the only reason. I want to take you around here to the back, show you guys the view from the back here. So I've done a whole lot of leaf cleanup, like I said here in the past, but you can take these stairs down here. It's got a little trolley system, little train, if you will, with the train track. Trolley car takes him all the way down here to the river. So come on down here with me. It's a long ways down here, but head on down here with me and I'm going to show you guys the view once you get down here. So maybe you guys have a property that's in a remote area like this, or maybe it's by the beach, maybe it's by the mountains. Here in our area we have Current River, and it's a beautiful river. In spring and summer there's people that are just packed in here with boats, jet skis, kayaks, canoes, rafts, floating down the river. So this is Current River, and it's a beautiful river. It's crystal clear. It is a great place to just hang out, relax, have some fun. There's a gravel bar way over there. On that little curve over there, there's a little point where there's a gravel bar, and in the summertime, man, you'll see like 15 boats just hanging out at that gravel bar. But it's crystal clear water. You can see down like 15 feet. It's so clear. But a lot of people come here to enjoy the river, to swim, fish, just hang out and have fun with friends and family. So just wanted to show you that real quick. This is one of those properties that right on the river, really, really nice overlook over on the other side. Take you over there real quick and you can see for a long ways, man. But just kind of curious if you guys have a property that you really like to mow. Whew, this is a workout, man. Look at this. Wow. Just kind of curious if you guys have a property that you like to mow or you like to work at. If you do, drop a comment below. Let me know. What's it look like? What's super cool there on that property that you like to, you enjoy going there to work? I'm curious to know. Whew. I should have ran this morning. Out of breath, man. But that's a long ways down there. So let me take you over here to the other side. So check it out. Super nice out here. And look, you guys thought he's wasting his time heading out there. He's not going to be able to mow. Clouds lifted up, moved out, and it's a nice, beautiful day here in Mowssouri. So there is the gravel bar I was talking about. Summertime, that's packed in there with a whole lot of boats. Whole lot of boats. People swimming, people fishing. A popular thing on this river is gigging season. So it starts September 15th, and you can get out on the lake or the river. In this case, my wife, she loves gigging season, so she's a big time gigger. She likes to deer hunt, she likes to camp, she loves outdoors, and she likes to gig. She's really not into eating fish. It's kind of weird, but she likes to gig for sucker. Hog sucker, yellow sucker. They're all in here at Current River. So she likes to go gigging with her dad a lot. She grew up on this river. Not in this town, but a town about 45 miles away from here. She grew up on the river though, and she would always tell me stories about her and her cousin. They would get, like, in the summertime, they would get canoes and kayaks. They would just take off down the river. I'm like, man, that's crazy, but that's what they did when they were in high school. And out of high school, they would head to the river, get those kayaks, get those canoes, and they would have a whole lot of fun. But we had a whole lot of fun out here laying those stripes. So we got this lawn knocked out. Yeah, looks pretty good. This is a lot of grass out here to cut. But I think the Ventrac 4500K with the Wham wide area mower 95-inch deck, I think it did a really good job out here. So shout out to Ventrac for hooking me up with the Ventrac, the wide area mower, and allowing me to knock out a whole lot of grass super quick. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Like I said before, if you do like the content and you want to subscribe and be notified of future videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you'll be notified of all the upcoming videos. But thanks again for watching. I'm Cameron with the Lawn Care Life in Mowssouri. Hope you guys are having a good day, man. And as always, hey, God provides.